All right, everyone. The 410 square dance number. Bambi auditioning a new scene with Bobby.
This I gotta see.
Keep all your fingers crossed.
All right, everyone. Let's follow the yellow brick road all the way in the wrong direction back to Kansasland. Sasha! Yeehaw! Now, every second Sunday of the month throughout the year, the women's folk get out to stand and drink the soldiers here.
We bring them pumpkin bells.
Yeah, that's all these ladies share. There ain't no chance of romance when the dance is strictly square.
In Kansasland, it's warm, it's warm. In Kansasland, you can't be too good in nothing. Kansasland, don't shake yourself so fast, 'cause in Kansasland, there's always splendor in the grass.
These ladies swear the good book is the one book they believe. Yet think about when Adam found himself alone with Eve. There were no creature present when he gave his baby world. But where'd we be if Eve had not been that kind of girl?
In Kansasland, the prairie meets the sky. In Kansasland, ain't no better place to live and die. In Kansasland, the words are never finished. 'Cause in Kansasland, there always says we're full of shades.
There came to old Fort Henderson young Princess Kickapoo, who kept her wigwam overnight with every suit she knew. Her tribal dance was worth the glance, her his was high la la. When this bop said,
That's the move.
the soldiers cry, and how?
Step back! I have men posted at all the exits so no one's getting out, including whoever fired that shot. Bobby!
Hey, I'm bleeding.
Looks like it's only a crease wound. Did anyone see anything? Bobby, how many people knew you'd be leaping when you did?
Well, nobody. I was trying it for the first time. Say, that was some fancy shooting.
Too fancy. Unless you weren't the one they were trying to shoot. Everyone but Bobby, go back to where you were when the shot rang out. You folks off stage, stay right
Hold
here.
on! Aren't we all sitting ducks here?
Whoever shot Bobby had plenty of time to fire again if they didn't mind getting caught. Now everyone back to your places. Guys, was that barrel here?
That's right.
Aha! So here's where the bullet entered and exited. It may have grazed Bobby, but could have been intended for you, Randy. Why aren't you wounded?
Well, I am. Deep down, you can ask him why.
So, you're usually standing here at this point in the number?
No, I moved to get by with some room in the jump.
Well, then most likely you weren't the target either. So still following its path, the bullet must have been aimed at you, Nikki. You were standing here when Bobby was shot?
I'm not sure. Is that important?
Well, if you were, then you couldn't very well have shot it yourself, and I could rule you out as the killer.
You hadn't ruled me out already, Lieutenant?
Wait a second. You're holding that handkerchief against your left arm.
Well, it's bleeding.
But if the shot came from out there, and you were leaping with your right side to the audience, then the bullet couldn't have grazed the left side of your left arm. Guys, wasn't the skull and crossbones facing the audience?
Oh, I guess we said it the right way around.
Yes! So it's exactly the opposite. The bullet entered and exited, and the bullet was fired from behind the upstage guard tower. It grazed Bobby at the end of his leap, but may have been intended for you.
Me?
Yep, and here's the bullet.
That means the shot was fired!
By someone on this stage, or behind that scenery. But I think I'm going to need to search everyone for a gun.
There won't be any need for that. She did it! She did it! She did it! She did it! That Nikki is Caribbean slang!
Please stop that. Nikki, what are you doing with that?
Oh, I found it back there. It's not automatic, so it must not be a prop in our Western story. At least my fingerprints won't be on the evidence this time. There's some tape wrapped around the hand. The trigger. Gosh, I might have killed you, Frank.
Nikki, hand me the gun. Very slowly. It's a gun.
I have something to say to whoever tried to knock me off. Knock it off!
Lieutenant?
Yes, Johnny?
We're way overdue for a break.
Oh, sorry.
Back in 10, everyone, we're clearing the set.
There's already been 2 murders committed on this stage. Help me. You gotta help me.
3, if you count the integrity of musical theater.
Mrs. Bernstein, you couldn't be surrounded by more police than you are at the moment.
Come on, Mother, you should get something to eat. If you're nervous, I'll taste your food for you.
You have no taste, Elaine. I've seen your makeup, your closet, and your boyfriends. I've also seen some of your boyfriends in the closet with your makeup.
You never have a good word to say about me, especially in public. I thought I did pretty good in that last number.
Big deal, considering the 15 years of ballet, jazz, and circus training I paid for. My professional opinion is that you just don't have what it takes. Come on, Oscar. Come on. You volunteered for this life, dyed your hair, changed your name. Why on earth of all the names did you pick Bambi?
Because in the movie, Bambi's mother was shot to death by hunters.
Well, somebody just tried to do that to me, sweetheart. And last time I checked, nobody's ruled out you. Come on, Oscar. I've got the keys to the lobby bar. I'll fix us some Bloody Marys.
Despite what your mother says, you were great in that Kansasland number.
I really appreciate that, Lieutenant.
No, I'm the one who should be thanking you.
Bambi, your dance really was good.
Yeah, better than any of us imagined, kiddo.
Well, it's like I told you. Just give me a chance and I won't let you down.
And don't listen to what your mother says. At least no one can claim that from the show because of nepotism.
I guess that's pretty obvious.
Believe me, Lieutenant, Bambi isn't the girl who uses personal connections to help advance a career.
What do you mean by that?
Sorry, a stage manager is equal parts psychiatrist, mother hen, and father confessor. What anyone in this cast tells me, I consider privileged information. Besides, what I know, Lieutenant, I don't think you want her.
Oh, Georgia, there you are.
Aaron, good. Could I speak to the three of you about Bernstein's little black book of blackmail? Bernstein wrote a notation about every member of the cast, with 3 exceptions. You, and you. Going by the book, Bernstein had nothing on you, yet the production budget says you're getting the same raw deal as the rest of the cast. Why are you toiling for pennies when you could be doing so much better elsewhere? No one has anything to say?
Can you blame us? If I recall, one of those death threats said, make another sound, and you'll end up underground.
Exactly! But Georgia, I never read that particular death threat aloud.
What?
Nikki and the late Miss Cranshaw are the only cast members who saw it. Other than the person who sent it, of course.
Well, then, I guess Nikki told me.
But I told her not to tell anyone.
I didn't, Frank. I told you I wouldn't, so I didn't.
Then I'm afraid, Miss Hendricks, I have no choice but to book you under suspicion of murder.
Hold on a second.
Are you kidding me?
Is that a joke?
Georgia, will you be able to go on tonight?
Oh, now I see what it is. You're just giving a little boost to your sweetheart's career.
My relationship with Nikki Harris is purely that of police investigator and possible suspect.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No. I'm really liking you, Frank.
Oh, it's reciprocal, I can assure you. I was doing something.
Arresting me for murder?
Right! Jessica Cranshaw's death! Please don't forget what we were saying. Jessica Cranshaw's death gave you the chance to star on Broadway. And when Sid Bernstein decided to close the show, his death kept your chance alive. Miss Hendricks, you'll have to come with me.
Wait a second, Lieutenant. I'm who you want.
You're confessing to the murders, Mr. Fox?
You heard what I said.
But that's not a simple thing to retract.
Think about what you're doing.
I have. This is a great thing that's happening in your life. I'm not important now.
Very noble. And yet, you're on record as being dead set against Georgia taking this role.
No, I just said that because I knew that if she got the part, she wouldn't have time to write with me, be with me. That's how Sydney got me to work for nothing.
But that's how Sid got me to work for the show. I wanted the same thing too.
You did?
I do.
But you and Bobby.
No. Forget that.
I don't understand.